I'm going to page 28. These are some musical examples of these intervals that we're talking about, these diatonic intervals. Okay? So the unison, remember we can't technically play a unison on the keyboard because you can't play two notes at once, but you can play it in succession. So we've got the William Tell Overture, the Lone Ranger thing. Anybody can sing that out? Thank you. So you went da 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 da, and that right there, 1 1 1. Everybody knows it's the same note. I don't think it takes too many rocket scientists to know that that's the same note. You can identify a root, but the major second gets a little bit harder. Okay, the major second is from C to D, or it could be from G to A. Now, if the major second was starting on B flat, what would be the major second above B flat?
B flat is the root.
If B flat's the root, what's the major second above B flat? C is the right answer. A major second is a whole step or 2 half steps above the root. So B flat up to C. And the way we can hear that is we go, happy birth. That's a major second. Happy birth. So everybody sing major second. Major second. Sing it one more time. Major second. Now we're going to do it from another place. This right here is an F. What's a major second above F? G is the right answer. 2 half steps. A major second is 2 half steps in width. And we're going to sing major second. Sing it with me. Go. Major second. One more time. Major second. Get that locked in your brain. Next one is major third. How many half steps in a major third?
4.
4 is the right answer. Okay. On an A flat, how many half steps? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What note is that? C. So above an A flat, a major third above A flat is a C. Okay, so we're going to sing Summertime. Remember, y'all heard that? And the living is easy. But the trick is that it starts off with the descending. Major third going down, and then major third going back up. So Summertime gives both your ascending and descending. Summertime. So 1 to 3. So sing with me, major third. Major third. One more time. Major third. Now let's do it down here from F. Major third above F is 4 half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. An A. Y'all should all be totally impressed. I'm doing this upside down, and I'm not even looking at the time. I'm impressed just doing it. From F up to A is 4 half steps, and it's a major third. Let's sing major third. Major third. Major third. Now we're going to make a quick catharsis choir. And from Brett over to the right, everybody sing the F, left node. And from everybody to the left of me, everybody sing A. So this is the major third. Just sing La. Okay, that's good enough. Now I know you couldn't really hear that on the microphone, but it was really fun for me. Anyway, so that's what a major third is. Now when you're at home, when you're doing this, do this at every key you can and go major third. Listen for major thirds in other music that you're listening to. Sing it to yourself. The more you do this, the more it gets locked in. And the people who don't get this locked in are people who just haven't done it enough. It takes repetition. Start looking for major thirds and major seconds and unisons in the music that you're playing now that you're trying to go for, okay? So you can start identifying it. Now the perfect fifth is real easy. Here comes the bride. Don't sing the next line because it's really mean. Yes, that's a perfect fourth. So if you oh is another one that I like to do with the Wizard of Oz, right? Perfect fourth. Here comes the bride. Okay. Here comes. So sing perfect fourth. Perfect fourth. One more time. Perfect fourth. Now we're going to start on C, D sharp. D sharp. What's a perfect fourth? How many half steps are it's a perfect fourth? 5 half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So D sharp up to G sharp. It's perfect fourth. We'll sing it. Perfect fourth. One more time. Perfect fourth. So you're going to want to do this at home over and over again. All right, so you can start identifying it. What's fun is you start listening to the radio and you start hearing the bass line going, oh, he just went down a third. Oh, that was up a fourth. Oh, that was down a second. Hey, I could write this out. That's where we're heading, right? Okay, so looking at perfect fifth, okay, I'm going to start on a G. How many half steps in a perfect fifth? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the fifth of G is a D. It's another way we'd say it. The fifth of G is a D. It's a perfect fifth. So we're going to go perfect fifth, but the way that we help remember it is twinkle, twinkle, little star. So perfect fifth, sing it with me. Perfect fifth, one more time. Perfect fifth. And now we're going to do it again from D. Here's a D for all the lower people. What's the fifth above D? The fifth above D is A. The D scale is D, E, F sharp, G, A, the fifth scale degree. 7 half steps. Sing it with me. Perfect fifth. Perfect fifth. One more time. Perfect fifth. Okay, I just want to be thinner on that one. Now major sixth has a couple different ones. If you're outside of America, you probably didn't grow up with people on the TV going, let's see, NBC, NBC, right? So that's my favorite one, and there's other ones. So C up to A is a perf major sixth. I'm going to warn you in advance. Give yourself grace on all the sixths, because there's another group of sixths we're coming to later. The sixths are a little harder to hear. Typically, the sixths are the toughest ones, which conversely means you should probably listen and practice singing the sixth more than anybody, more than any of the other intervals, because they're typically the hardest ones. Here's a G. What's a sixth above G? Anybody? Anybody? Sixth above G? Sixth above G? Going once, going twice. He's the right answer from Bobby, who gave it already. He's been playing keyboards her whole life. And Alex, who's been just figuring this theory stuff out. Well, you already knew some stuff, but G up to E is a major sixth. So I like to go N, B, C, but we're going to go major sixth. So sing it with me. Major sixth, major sixth. Just go la, 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 la. Now we're going to do it down here. There's a D. What's the sixth above D? What's the sixth above D? B is the right answer. Good job, Brett. D, E, F sharp, G, A. B is the sixth scale degree. How many half steps in a major sixth? Should be right on the page right there. 9's the right answer. D up to B is 9 half steps. We're going to sing major sixth. Sing it with me. Major sixth, major sixth. Now we get to the next one. The major seventh, which has 11 half steps. And you hear it in some of my favorite melodies of all time. From an E, a major seventh is up to a D sharp. Because a major seventh is 11 half steps. How many half steps in an octave? 12 half steps in an octave. So if I'm going for 11, I could make an octave and just go down a half step. Makes it a little simpler. Major seventh is you can go up an octave and go down a half step. And you can hear it in somewhere over the rainbow. So the O is the major seventh. Somewhere, or well, there's a few other ones that I've got listed later in the course. Okay, so major seventh, the theme from Superman, which always takes me a second to remember, but the second part of the theme, bum, 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 bum. No, it's after that. Bum, 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 is the next part, and I always forget it, but you can go click the link that you'll see later in the course to get the theme from Superman. And the perfect octave, the easy one, somewhere over the rainbow. So everybody do a major seventh with me. Okay, it's going to be here to here. We're going to do a couple of them. Ready, go. Major seventh, major seventh. It feels like it's unresolved, like it wants to sing the next note up, so it feels right, right? There's a tension in it. It's a beautiful tension. E to D sharp, major seventh. Now let's do a low one. Here's a B natural. What's the major seventh or 11 half steps above B natural? A sharp's the right answer. Some people might accidentally say B flat, but that's not as correct. Some people may say it in passing, but it's better to say A sharp, because if you've got a scale with B in it, you cannot also have a scale with B flat in it. It must be called an A sharp, right? So let's sing major seventh on the B to A sharp. Major seventh, major seventh, and the sopranos. Major seventh, major seventh. Okay, that's good. Now, there's also on the bottom of the sheet these descending intervals. I got a couple of examples. We're going to get more later. I'm just going to go over a couple of them just so you can go. You go, Mary had a little. Mary is a major second descending. Mary's a major second. We already went over. Summertime is a descending interval. Let's see. Old MacDonald had a farm. Old MacDonald is a perfect fourth. Is a perfect fourth going down. And then there's my favorite, Flintstone. Excuse me, G. Flintstones meet the Flintstones. Okay, the upside down thing finally caught up to me. Flintstones. So that's G down to C. That's where we get our descending fifth. Man in the mirror. So let's move on. We're going to do some more of this a little later as we come back some more intervals, and I'll make sure I do it on the fretboard. But for now, we've defined all the major intervals. We've done a little ear training on them. We've done some scale building and degree naming. So out of this, the thing to concern yourself with is over and over going through these intervals, over and over playing them on whatever board you have access to. If you only have one board, that's fine. But try, if you've got a hold of a fretboard and a keyboard, to go over all these intervals in all keys you can think of. Randomly pick a key, F sharp, randomly pick an interval, perfect fifth. Find it on the fretboard, find it on the keyboard, play them in succession, play them together, and sing them. Do this over and over, rinse and repeat until you know it like the way your route to go home from work. Okay? So obviously there's only so much you can get in the course of this class, but interval ear training is one of the most important things you can do and is going to build on itself.